This is our wireless setup for mobile shooting. First thing, load up Filmic Pro. Pretty simple. There it is. Load it up on the phone. Good to go. Second thing, Ulanzi mics. We're going to hook them up so we actually can get sound in here. We want to hook them up to the phone before you hook it up to the iPad using for Filmic Remote. The receiver, mics. Put that on right there. Y'all like that? I like that. So next thing, connecting Filmic Remote to the phone. There we go. Fixed it. So we've got our sound hooked up and we've got our remote hooked up. So the last piece, sound monitoring the headphones. Any Bluetooth headphones will do. The monitor doesn't have to be this close. You can have it a certain, probably like 100 feet away. You don't want it to have it too far away, but it allows you to monitor things and you don't have to be up in active spaces. And that's the setup pretty much. Hello, my name is Robert Higgins, cinemathematician extraordinaire. Whether or not you're just finding these videos, the first round of our Cinema Challenge series is dedicated to giving you the definitive guide for how to make a movie for $1,000. So for our last short film, Making Friends in Your 30s is Hard, we set out to make a completely wireless mobile filmmaking setup. We did this for two main reasons. A, by setting our budget at $1,000, we're almost guaranteeing that you're shooting on a phone unless you own or somehow have access to other more traditional camera equipment. And B, like us, you might be shooting in a live location like our coffee shop, which stayed open during the entirety of our shoot, necessitating a production footprint that would be as unobtrusive as possible. We only had 3 crew members, so this build was designed to sort of compensate or eliminate other jobs in that respect. So what comprised our build? Surprisingly few pieces of equipment, starting with my actual day-to-day phone. We ran the Filmic Pro app on the phone for shooting, more on that in a second, and plugged into the phone was the receiver for the Ulanzi Bluetooth wireless mics. We've already done a review on these, but using the Ulanzis meant we didn't have to have someone holding a microphone over the actors the way they do on traditional film sets. It also eliminates the extra step of having to sync sound in post. Also connected to my phone were my Bluetooth wireless headphones, which we use to monitor sound. There's a lag, but the upside is you can use any Bluetooth wireless headphones. Back to Filmic Pro. While you can use any third-party recording video app or even the native iPhone app itself, Filmic Pro works seamlessly with the Ulanzi mics as well as its companion monitoring app, Filmic Remote. We ran Filmic Pro off my wife's iPad, but you can run it off of any other crew member's phone as long as there's Wi-Fi or a mobile hotspot. And depending on the speed of your internet, there's probably going to be a bit of a lag. Finally, I should also mention Dropbox as part of our wireless setup because Filmic Pro allows you to upload your files there wirelessly in the background while your phone is doing its normal duties, which is just super convenient. Now, there are other things that we use that, while not absolutely necessary, contributed to the functionality of the overall setup, starting with our gimbal. We use it as a tripod, especially when we were shooting outside, as well as for all moving shots. This allowed us to be really flexible in production. Don't have a clacker? There's an app for that. And again, we use that trying to be unobtrusive. Most of this short was shot using natural light, the sun, because it was free. But we also had a little kicker light that I got from a vlogging kit I got for Christmas. It was small, lightweight, ran on batteries, perfect for just lighting up dark spots on actors' faces while I stood just off camera. Speaking of sunlight, if you're using it or shooting outside, you're probably going to need an ND filter. Think of it as sunglasses for your camera. Ours was a clip-on and therefore cheap, so we don't recommend that, and we'll be definitely replacing ours for our future. However, in the end, the only essential pieces needed here are the phone, the Ulanzi mics, Filmic Pro, Filmic Remote, and the Bluetooth headphones, which in a $1,000 budget where you're trying to minimize all costs, besides the Filmic Pro apps and the $40 Bluetooth mics, you might already have some of this stuff. So feel free to adapt our setup to your resources. Get creative, do your research, don't spend a ton of cash. Next week, oh boy, it's all about that script, even if you're not writing one. And yeah, we're going to talk about that too. So like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when we post. You guys know the drill. You've got work to do.